he knew that there was no discussion that was happening. But he also, when it comes to leadership, we're not going to sit and say this fellow leader of the EFF must be thrown away anyway. But it's good because fate had to come to us, and then we know that he's got different ideas. But what shocks us more is the revelations when he's outside. Remember, this is a person that was deputy president, and we find a founding member, and we respected him. But his views now, when he says, "No, I realize that the EFF is taking forever."
Good day, everyone. You know what time is it? It's about that time whereby we just speak with what is trending. The EFF Secretary General Marshall Dlamini has been asked in an interview about number one, Floyd Shivambu, and number two, EFF Mbuyiseni Dlozi. And he has responded about these two big names that were part of the EFF when it comes to Floyd. Obviously, we know. And we know what the CIC has said about Mbuyiseni Dlozi, to say that he is still a regular full member of the EFF. Before we dive into this very deep, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You can just press the button and press the subscription button so that you'll be getting everything that will be updating, and you and I will be having that dialogue about politics. And please don't forget to leave your comment on the section below, right? So without wasting your time, let us just get into it, right? So Marshall Dlamini, EFF Secretary General, said very interesting things about what made Floyd Shivambu to resign and join the opposition, which we know that is the MK party, right? And you know, when I was listening to this interview, I felt like you see, when a person you worked with the person and the person left the company, and now you are asked about the person and you are starting to speak things that are not good, maybe according to your perception about the character of the person, about how the person worked at this company, right? I feel like what Mr. Dlamini answered was not honesty. It's sounding a person who has a very painful heart, or is suffering from a disease that we call jealousy, right? He seems not to be happy. We know that for sure he will side with his president, the CIC, right? So there are a few points that he did outline. Maybe you can judge for yourself of maybe when a person answers like this, which state is the person who answers like this? Was this the full truth of what really made Floyd Shivambu to leave, right, to join the MK party? Let us hear what Mr. Marshall Dlamini is saying about what made the departure of Floyd Shivambu. So point number one, he says Floyd knew that he was not coming back as a EFF deputy president. That's why he decided to leave the train early, right? So number two, he says he revealed his true intentions when he was now outside the EFF, and that shocked them when he said that the EFF mandate is taking forever and he had an immediate interest of wanting power, right? Then number three, he said the mission of the EFF is a generational mission and is not a self-interest but economical freedom in our lifetime. Even the ANC of old knew it was going to be a long journey. Then number four, he said some political leaders says they want to lead now for their self-interest, enrichment, or quick opportunities. Then number five, he said if he wanted quick power, that is not a problem of the EFF, right? So after he answered like this, the question was asked if since they are going to their elective conference this December, is he not worried that the likes of Floyd and other leaders, ex-leaders of the EFF, who have now joined the MK party will come back and maybe campaign to other members to also leave. Because there was a time whereby the CIC said that there will be more people who will be following the likes of Floyd and other leaders of the EFF, right? But so far, as what we have seen, we haven't seen that happening, right? But now he's been asked that, is there a possibility that there are other leaders maybe that can be influenced by our Floyd maybe to come out, right? Then he said,
he's speaking to the people like every other party that has been trying, as they do, and there's nothing much you can do except reorganizing your own organization, making sure that it sticks to its principles, it follows its policies. Because if you're going to be threatened by individuals who wants to leave, you will never have an organization. It's going to collapse, because every day you're going to be put left, right, and center trying to follow that. We have to go back to that conference and look at the policies of the EFF. What are the principles? What are the policies? What is our founding manifesto saying? What is the program of action that will guide all of us for the next 5 years, without chasing personalities and people that try to blackmail and threaten you on the basis that they're going to leave? But what made us happy is that when that resignations they happen, the membership of the EFF responded, not even leaders. The membership all over the country. That's why they ran that I'm renewing my membership. It moved all over the country without us having to say, yes, without us having to say, strategize as a leadership. We never said anywhere as CCT to say we have to come back with a fighting back strategy. We're still trying to deal with these members, and we saw members on the ground and say, I've renewed my membership. And they did that within a short space of time, and that gives you, yes, that gives you that shows you that you've got a solid organization, and no one can destroy that organization, because the ground forces, they protected their own organization.
And the SG was also asked about the absence of Mbuyiseni Dlozi, since he was not in the public eye anymore. And it's been a while since we have seen him. But the EFF president, the CIC, Julius Malema, had this to say about Mbuyiseni Dlozi.
The fight is on. What is the fight about? It's the fight to defend the soul of the EFF. It's the fight to defend the unity of the EFF. I hear here people are talking about Dr. Dlozi. Dr. Dlozi is a member of the EFF. He's a leader of the EFF. And there is no any organization that can claim him except the EFF. So you must not listen to Minyenyetsi. Ya batho ba o bola ke byala ba bolela byale ba dilo tsa EFF botsa rena di ditara tsa EFF re tla o botsa gore Dlozi ke member ya EFF o renewile membership wa hae is in the membership system of the EFF.
And when the Secretary General was asked whether they are working with the MK party, he said that in fact they were working with many different political parties, right? All the political parties, he said that they are working with them, right? But when it comes to the MK party, their problem is that they have approached their prominent leaders, and that is not acceptable. Then Marshall Dlamini calls for war to say that if this continues, they will have to defend the organization, and they will have to fight now defending the organization. And you'll find out that those are the very strong words coming from the EFF. From what I hear the Secretary General repeating what the EFF president had said, that whoever attacks the EFF and wants to steal members from the EFF, he'll be declared enemy number one, right? And all the fighters now are taking their stand, saying that they will fight the MK party for what they have done.